This is the Men and Melanin podcast.
Melanin, again, as always. How your brothers doing today?
Doing good, man.
See, y'all boys looking real spiffy with the suits on and the melanin shining with the lights, you know what I'm saying?
We sharp for sure.
Yeah,
Sharp, yes, sir.
We all looking real good. Of course, it's your boy Senior V.
It's your boy Cash.
And we got, a special guest for us. It's been long overdue, but, my longtime brother.
Yes, sir.
From a long way. I think he could introduce himself.
I'm Miles the Millennial, best-selling author and motivational speaker.
Talk to him. He does have a great book out. If you want it, go get it. I read it. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice book,
Very
definitely.
informational.
Thank y'all.
Great pointers.
Shout that out real quick.
Yeah, so name of the book is Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, a young adult guide to fulfillment. 90 pages worth of just game and mindset that's going to help young adults everywhere with all the aspects that we deal with in life. So definitely all-around self-help book that'll put you on the right path.
Yeah, game for real, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he's even though he our age, he's still putting people on game, people young and older. So yeah, I'm grateful for that book.
I definitely do think it was a good read and very informational, especially for the age group and generation we're in. But today's episode, of course, the title is Entrepreneurship. But before we get started, we have a pre-game we like to do. We're gonna start,
Most definitely, I'm
I'm
gonna go ahead and pick this up. It's a new thing we implement in the episode. It's called pregame. Basically, it's gonna be a hot topic. I'm gonna ask a question and then you guys answer it to the best of your ability. So today, the first question is, what is your viewpoint on dating as a single man in 2024?
Are we supposed to take these drinks at this time?
I think we should take it first.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go get it going.
Have a little toast, you feel me, to manifestation,
Sir, a great episode. Guys, y'all see what we're drinking on Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest.
Some real good whiskey. Dang, Keelan.
I didn't really have that much.
We were sick. That what we doing?
No, that's not what we're doing, but I really just had a little bit, so I said, why not?
Hey, look, I feel it. If we're getting turned up like that, we're getting turned up.
Put a little hair on your chest.
Yeah, definitely, a little testosterone in the system.
Go ahead, rephrase that question for us so we can, get the room running real quick.
The question is, what is your viewpoint in dating in 2024 as a single man? You being on the market, you're a single man and having multiple partners. You're dating multiple. Do you think that's good or bad?
I think our guest should go first.
All right, cool. So for me, I say you better be careful out here. What I'm noticing, I'm not single. I've been in a relationship the last almost 5 years now.
Right.
What I'm noticing in today's dating market is a lot of people just faking the funk and following what they see people on social media posting.
Right.
So the standards for dating are determined by what's popular at the time. If people are saying that a man should do this or a man should do that, then that's what every single girl wants. If people are saying a woman should do this or a woman should do that, then that's what every single man wants. And that's not the way that you go about having a successful relationship. Constantly being out here dating other people, honestly, you're just wasting money if you're out here with the wrong mindset. You're wasting time. As a woman, you're wasting time because you're out here dating men that have none of the qualities that you really care about, but they have some money. And so you think that that's the most valuable aspect of them. They dress well or they drive a nice car. And so you're looking at these superficial things that really don't help you get where you want to be in life and get the happiness you want out of love. And then you wonder why you're in a cycle of, distraughtness and disappointment. So I would just say you got to be real careful and make sure that when you're going into it, you have yourself together so that way you know what you want out of a partner.
Facts.
Definitely, and I'll pick up on the point and to answer the question. You said wasting money. You're wasting money and time. My viewpoint is, if you are really a truly man on your purpose, you don't have time to really just go out there and just date multiple women because you have a purpose and a plan, and money is time and time is money. So you really don't have much time to just be going on dates, fixating dates with multiple women, trying them out. I know you're trying to, if that's your goal, to find the one and only woman, but I mean, there's different ways you can go about that. You don't really have to date multiple women at the same time. You can take your time with one woman, really try to figure out and see if that's what God has for you. If not, just let bygones to be bygones and move on. Yeah. And it's dangerous out here, especially, I'm going to just keep it real in Houston.
Yeah.
I'm going to just let the statistics say, man, it's real high on STDs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Be
It's
careful.
really high on STD. So
Yeah.
this,
Consequences are real.
Yeah, facts. Me for senior V, I really think dating multiple people. I think you know, if you have the resources,
Mhm.
you know, you're single, you know, do whatever you please.
Right.
You know, I don't judge anybody.
Mhm.
As far as myself, right now, currently, I am in a relationship.
Mhm.
I would say, you know, before I was in a relationship, I did have my pick in the litter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But however, though, you know, if you do, like Cass said, you do got to make sure you're on your purpose, make sure you're doing what you need to do. You know, if you know, take care of everything you need to take care of in that day,
Mhm.
and you know, you want to go on a nice date, you know, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I just definitely say be careful. Me personally, being a man of God, I know eventually the Lord does want me to get married. You know, especially if I'm following Him and doing what you know He needs me to do. So you know, just doing that, I think is, you know, it can come with consequences, whether good or bad. But you know, just make sure you know you're doing what you need to do, so everything works out the best of your benefit.
That's real.
That's what I would say.
Can I say this one thing
Talk to
at
me.
the end? So one thing that I will say is you will never lose women following your purpose and
Talk to
doing
me.
what you're supposed to do.
Facts.
Right.
But you will lose your purpose chasing after women.
Yeah, and lose your woman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you'll lose.
okay.
You will lose your own. Yeah.
Now you just down bad.
Now it's
Down.
all worse.
Yeah.
So just make sure you make the first things first, the main thing, and everything else will work itself out.
Definitely. That was a good pregame. I like that one. I can't wait to see
pregame.
the next one.
Yeah.
But to get into the show and the topic we have today for entrepreneurship, first we want to talk about, you know, what led you, let's say you, to become an entrepreneur.
Man,
At the point of your life right now.
Man, I was about to say, because it's been a journey. You know, I've been doing the part-time entrepreneur thing for the last 3.5 years or so. Started in 2020 with speaking and writing a book and whatnot. But what really pushed me over the edge to where I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this leap, was getting to a point in 2023 where my consistency, my energy, my drive towards my passion and purpose was being sacrificed for my job. So I didn't have the same amount of energy, the same amount of time, same amount of vigor and focus towards it that I had in those previous 2 or so years, because I was spending so much time working for the company that I was with. And I just know that when you have a God-given purpose, God will move mountains for you. God will really put you in a place sometimes, if you're not listening to him, where he will force you to recognize what it is that he wants for your life. And God put me in that place, man. He broke me down and made me realize you're either going to do what I'm telling you to do, or life is going to be a lot more difficult than it needs to be. So that really pushed me to say, I'm taking this leap of faith. I'm trusting in you, God.
Yeah.
I'm going to go full time.
Hey, man, that's good to hear. I know a lot of times, you know, a while back, I knew you was doing your thing, doing the part-time, stuff like that. And as for myself, you know, having my clothing brand, doing this podcast and stuff like that, I think Cash can vouch for it. Like when we're in school, a lot of times people are always telling me, hey, man, you should start your own clothing brand. Start your own clothing brand.
Facts.
And I just never did it.
Yeah.
And then I think when COVID came in, I took out about, you know, a couple bands and just actually did it. And what was crazy, you know, I was working at the time, and I invested. I really, at that point, I took my last. Like I took everything. I took all the money I saved up, started my clothing brand, and just did my thing. I really think that's something I had a passion for. Of course, you know, I like to dress well, look well, but just creating my clothes and seeing people, you know, wear them is really like excitement and brings a joy to me. Like, dang, I created that.
Yeah.
And so that really brought a good light on me. As far as I know.
I like that.
Most definitely. I guess I would answer the question of this podcast. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, like I felt like it was just something special brewing inside of me. Like the Lord was going to use me for something great. And I've always, you know, like Barry can vouch, you know, V can vouch for it. Like, we don't want to be average.
Yeah.
No, facts.
I don't want to be average.
Facts.
I mean, I feel like it's a blessing to be a man. If you're a man, you're meant to do something very special.
Yeah.
And I felt that in myself and things of that nature. And I just wanted to do something good. You know what I'm saying? And I feel I'm going through what you're going through right now, trying to balance, you know, this work and the podcast and things of that nature. I mean, me just getting here, I was just kind of behind on trying to balance what I was trying to do and things of that nature. I just kind of felt I just kind of wanted to take that leap of faith of being entrepreneurship because, you know, I mean, I've come to realize, like, me doing this, like, I've always kind of, like, maybe my faith has been there, but, like, I've always tried to use my strength. But taking a full...
You ain't gonna be able to do it,
Talk
brother.
about that.
Yeah, most definitely. But taking a full leap into this, bro, you're not gonna. Your strength is not gonna last. You're gonna have to use the Lord's strength in order to carry this
Talk to
on
me
your
nice,
shoulders
man.
and
Talk to him.
move forward into what God's plan. So I've come to realizing that just a couple of days ago. Like, I mean, I can't really do this on my own. The Lord's strength is gonna have to carry for Him to take me to where I need to be. And I've just been kind of, full throttle. It's been rough.
Yeah.
Most
always
definitely.
gonna be rough.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a storm, but after the storm, it's gonna be sunshines and rainbows. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. I truly think the fact that you say that, like, just taking that leap and, doing what we need to do, putting our faith in God. God does give us the strength, of course we're following Him, but, we still have to do our part.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people just pray, and then, like it says, faith without works is dead. So, you got to definitely take care of what you need to take care of so, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. But the fact that you brought up, you taking that part-time, Miles, you brought it up, Cash, you brought it up, so how could you balance your 9 to 5 and your business that you're trying to bring up?
Well, I'm going to say one thing on what we just talked about, and then I'm hopping into that question.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you this first. And this is a question for the audience to really think about. Is it really faith if you believe you can do it yourself? A lot of people believe that they have faith in God, but their faith only goes as far as they can see, touch, or have their hand on a situation. As far as they can control it, that's how far their quote-unquote faith in God goes. But real faith is when you can't see it, when you can't touch it, when you can't control it, when you have no say-so over how this is going to play out, and you have no clue how it's going to work. And everything around you is telling you, like, I don't know. And it gives you those doubtful thoughts. Real faith is the ability to say, my God is greater than any doubt, than any circumstance, than any moment that could potentially hold me back. God is stronger than this, and I'm going to give it over to Him. So that's big, man.
I definitely think when you say, like, people, I can't do this, I can't do that. So I don't think that's not going to work. That's not going to work. But, like you said, people putting their faith out there and understanding that, real faith, like a good definition is believing without seeing. So, the air is there and you breathe it.
Yep.
So, like, why
you got faith that air is there.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you gotta have it. You gotta give your 100%, and then definitely everything will, work out for itself.
Yeah.
Cash, like, how have you been, juggling, your business and this podcast and then your 9 to 5 at that?
Most definitely. I would just say just really kind of just sitting down and really just kind of writing things down, scheduling how your week is going to go, kind of preparation. Preparation is very important when you're trying to be an entrepreneur and you have a 9 to 5 to work as well. You just kind of got to move times around. I mean, you do have hiccups come, unforeseeable things that come, but you have to definitely just schedule your things out and make sure that your time management is worked very well. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I got to say about that. But
I mean, I definitely think for myself, I really think the organization, like, just as an individual, is really important.
Yeah.
That's something that I strive to get better in. Of course, I got things here and there. However, like, the real prep, the real, this, that, and planning your day out daily is really going to set you ahead. You have to, I learned, you plan your days ahead. So, what you're going to do tomorrow should be getting planned tonight. Yeah. So when you wake up in the morning, it's boom, let's get to work. Yeah. So, starting that off, really just getting that together is really going to help you, go farther than a lot of people, try to go. But, Miles, you did mention that, you took the faith to actually going full-time entrepreneurship. Yeah. And tell us about that experience and how did you get to that point to take that?
Man, so this is a story, like I said, that's a few years long. I did the part-time thing for a while, and I really just had this, it's set up really well with work to where, because I was a project manager, so I'm the one that really coordinates the days even for other people. I'm the one that usually sets up the meetings. Exactly. I'm the one who sets up the meetings for my team. I'm the one who sends out the emails and the structure for how we're going to have syncs and whatnot. And so I was really able for a while to work around it and like, okay, when I have this gap in my day, I'll be able to go film a video. I'll be able to go conduct this speaking engagement. I was doing all types of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I would have speaking engagements that would run from 12 to 1. Make sure I didn't have a meeting at 11:30 and make sure I didn't have a meeting at 1 o'clock right there. So I had 30 minutes on each side to get to the meetings, man. So I could travel there and get back from the engagement and everything. I think when you're working it, there is no perfect balance, right? And you kind of have to throw that concept out of your head of a 50-50 split. That's not going to exist. It's going to be, balance is going to be determined by what you can give on any given day, right? Every day is different. Because when you work in a 9 to 5, that day could be really busy one day. And so balance for you may be I got to give 90% of my time to work and I only got 10% for my business today. And sometimes it's going to be those extra hours. You may work from 9 to 5, but from 6 to 10, it got to be about your plans. It got to be about your dream.
6 to 12.
Exactly.
6 to 1. It really depends on how you, like, what, you know, how bad you want it.
Exactly. Where you willing to go with it.
Yeah.
So for me, that was what I was doing for a long time until it just got to a fever pitch because I kept getting promoted at work. And so it got to a point to where it was like, yo, the responsibilities that you have, having that gap from 11:30 to 12 and no meeting from 1 to, that doesn't work anymore. We need you, right? And so after doing that for a while and putting my business on the back burner, I started to develop a lot of anxiety, a lot of self-doubt, because I was like, man, I'm not being serious about this. Am I really capable of it? Am I really deserving of this gift and talent that God gave me?
I'm sorry, but do you really think, you probably had that thought in your head, but did you really think like, oh, I'm not capable of it because you were doing the 9 to 5, or that was just, you know, at the time the priority?
I think that God put me in a position to say, if you don't give your all towards this, you're always going to get partial results. And I think that was the big thing. I always knew like, man, if I could dedicate the amount of time that I spend working for them, if I could give that same amount of time working for me, I could take this to levels way beyond what this job will ever be able to give me. And I loved my company. I loved what they gave me, and it was perfect. It worked out really well for me. But it just came a time where it was like, okay, I believe that where God is trying to take me with this, and when I really think about it, it's the impact of it, the purpose behind it. Like, my goal is to change the minds of young adults across the world. That is more than I would ever be able to do as a project manager working for the company I was working for. And that's just the reality. I tried that balance for a long time until it got to a point to where I really was just miserable on a day-in basis because I knew that what I was doing wasn't what I was really happy doing. And after a while, that wears on you. So for me, I had to take that leap. And so I know we want to know like the steps that I took to take that leap. My advice to somebody that's trying to become a full-time entrepreneur and looking to take that leap, while you're still at your 9 to 5, start saving now. If you're not saving money every single paycheck, you're already putting yourself at a deficit for being able to leave. Because the one thing that I don't have to think about right now is money. Right? I'm putting myself in a position where it's like, yo, you got time to be able to go try things out, to go invest in certain things for your business. And if they don't work out, you'll still be okay. But if you leave and you don't have no nest egg, then your decisions are going to be, you're not going to be able to operate as freely and efficiently as you want to with your business, because everything you're going to be looking at it from a money perspective, like, dang, it doesn't make no money.
Not the opportunity.
Exactly. Not the opportunity. Because as an entrepreneur, a lot of times you're doing those free engagements, you're doing those free opportunities so you can get content out of them, so you can get your name out there, so you can build a reputation out of it. You might not get paid that first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time that you do it, but it'll be that sixth time where you say, okay, I'm going to demand this price. And people are more than willing to do it because they've seen your work. But that's something that you have to recognize. And if you don't have no money to give you the comfort to do that, you don't really have that same leeway and that same strategy that you can use.
I mean, and it's good that you brought that up about like, the projects, you're doing it for free, you trying to get things out there for content. Just to let the viewers know, we do got a project brewing.
Most definitely, something big coming, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to stay tuned, it's coming.
We partner with Miles to get some going for our community, and not even just for our community, for everybody in the world, just to see, the light we're trying to bring out. But I definitely appreciate you, brother,
for sure,
for giving us this feedback, your experience on the entrepreneurship, Cash, you too, myself as well, just bringing out the things that we've been through, we know, and, still striving for. I do want to say for everybody out there, you want to do entrepreneurship, you got to take that faith, man.
Definitely.
I know for sure we are, us men are believers of the Lord.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't mean y'all have to do anything about that, but, just believe in yourself for sure. And make sure you're taking the steps to do what you need to do to get where you want to go.
I mean, I'll just say this one last thing, like Miles said, he gave you the full rundown on how to, successfully become an entrepreneur. But I mean, like we said earlier in the episode, I mean, it's a lot of unforeseeable things that could happen, man. You just really have to just lean on your faith, you know what I'm saying? Because, the Lord says he doesn't call the anointed, he anoints the call.
Talk to him.
He anoints the call. So I need you guys, listen to me. Listen to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you can just work with it, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, you have to lean on the Lord, man.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from my heart right now because I have to come to realization that 2024, you really have to lean on the Lord in order to take you to the places that you need to go. So really think about that and just really take that leap of faith, man. He got you.
I really do say, did you want to go?
Yeah, I had something I wanted to add in just about,
Yeah.
kind of feeds into what you were just talking about, a calling. A lot of people always ask the question, how do I find my calling? How do I find my purpose?
Gary Vee said it best.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you gotta try things out, man.
You do, but I'm also say this. The easiest way to kind of figure out where you're going to have a calling at or a gift or a talent or a purpose is going to be where your gift, let me rephrase this. Your purpose is found where your gifts and talents meet a need for other people. God does not give you a gift or a talent for yourself. He doesn't give it for you to keep it for you. It's not for your glory that he gave you a talent. He gave you a talent so you could go help other people. And the reason why you're supposed to go help other people is when you're walking in your faith and using a talent that God gave you to help others, it shows people this is what God can do. It gives him glory. It gives him glory. And when it gives him glory, he's coming back with 10 times more people. He's bringing more people to his kingdom through you. That is our entire purpose as people, is to bring more people to the Lord. And so when you're really looking for what is it that I'm supposed to be doing in life, you need to ask yourself, what are the things that when I was growing up, y'all mentioned it when you talked about the things that y'all are doing. There are certain things that you've done better than everybody else in your life, just naturally. Oh, you could always dress better. You always had an affinity for being able to piece things together. Me, it was always talking, right? I didn't have the physical attributes that the rest of my friends had. But when it came to an argument, when it came to a debate, anything, I was going to hold that down. Everybody got their own thing.
Right.
And so looking at in your life, what are the things that I've always been able to do just a little bit better than other people? When I picked up this instrument, when I picked up this game controller, when I went and did this particular thing, I did it better than other people and it came natural to me. That's a gift. I don't care how simple, small you think it is. Because one thing about a business, one thing about money, there is $1 billion industry for aglets. Right. I know what an aglet is. Yeah. That little silver piece that's on the end of your shoestring.
Facts.
Somebody came up with that idea and makes billions of dollars supplying that. Right? It's the same thing with your dreams. There's nothing too small. Whatever it is, there is a business for it. There's a need for it. Find a way to have your gifts and talents meet a need of the people in the world. Somebody needs it. Market to them, come up with a product or some concept that you can sell to them, and you have a business right there.
I definitely think we went over a lot of viewpoints for, that stage of entrepreneurship, working a 9 to 5. Well, how do you find it? Ties into our purpose. We did a purpose video and film. So if you want to take at the YouTube, look at that. I do want to end with this, first, definitely keep God first. And,
facts.
when you jump in that water, you're either going to be a shark or a fish.
Hey, man.
Take care of your business and always be 10 toes.
You know what I'm saying? You smell blood in the water, man. You know them sharks coming. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a shark.
We appreciate you, brother.
Most definitely.
Again, it's your boy, Senior V.
It's your boy, Cash.
Miles the Millennial.
You dig? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and tune in for all of our shows and episodes. We out.